Probably sees this stuff. We got a minute, guys. All right. Sorry if I can't respond to comments. You guys can chat away. Please don't be toxic. I don't got mods yet. Your boy just started, so please don't be toxic in the chat. This is going to be between. We got Modern on defense. I'm going to put the double earphones on. Sorry, babe. We got Modern on defense. Yellow Company Covenant. They're defending Windsward right now. It's about to start. These guys, extremely strong, extremely talented players. We got Take Care, TC from Purple, Syndicate, attacking. We will see how this goes. Let's see what their initial starting play is. It looks like you have a traditional split. Yeah, it looks like Modern is going for this. You know, some people on A, some people on C. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Drink time. I ain't got any water unless you want to fill me up.
Dude, that's the last one.
All right, we got 10 seconds. Let's get this going. El Twinkie. Going out A side, dropping off the fort. Let's go. Let's see where it goes. All right, we're getting started. Let's take a look here. Nobody at B showing right now. Or a couple people are. Yeah, I don't know. They got a couple people heading to A from B. It looks like they're trying to do some type of confusion. It looks like, see, right now it looks like they're trying to bait them to go in on them. I think that's what TC's trying to do. It looks like they're trying to bait them to go on them because if they overextend, they could use that pressure elsewhere. They have about, it looks like they have about 10 people B right now. Looks like that. Okay, now they're starting to commit. Let's see how it goes. I don't know what that entomb was. They're full attacking the point right now. This is where you wish you had that entomb right there. They are going on the point heavy. That is a big crash. Now I'm wondering, is it a B player? Is it? Yep, they got A ticking too. So we're watching B, but we got A ticking too. That's a big clump right there. That's a big clump. Attackers already losing this. Now the people for this, now attackers overcommitted. They didn't think about how fast the respawns are on defense. So now look, now they're going to be staggering. This is a problem when you're on defense. Now see, this is exactly why the patch is coming because now all that pressure they got, even though they did it well, was squashed. Now they can just sit here and do whatever they want with these guys staying. So the thing is, now these guys staying, they're put in a position: do I stay and fight, or do I try and regroup? Now they can't. They don't got a team, so they're gonna die. So El Twinkie picks up that kill, easy peasy. Now see, look, now a couple of them are staggered. Now they're still trying to put pressure on B, but look at C. C is ticking right now. So what's C looking like? If I'm thinking, I'm like, if I'm calling right now, I'm like, what's C looking like? These guys are positioning around B to C. But see, look, this pressure that they're applying right now on B is creating a situation where you don't know if you can attack C right now. So you're sitting here, you're curious, you're like, oh shit, what am I doing? Now they're getting a couple wipes, but what's C looking like? C is at almost a half. C is almost at half right now. So you got to be wondering, what is C looking like? Are we giving up C? We're focused B, but what is C? You see, look at their respawns. The respawns are going over to C. But B has so much pressure. TC is doing a good job at creating pressure. Now you have people coming from A to reinforce B. Their plan right now is to clear B as fast as they can and get to C. That is going to be Modern's plan. Look, you see that? They came over there, they hit B, they realized B is not an issue. We need to get to C ASAP. Now C quit ticking for TC. C has stopped ticking. So now they are looking solid. This is okay. As long as they don't pick up that influence again. But now it's starting to tick. Now they're trying to position and go back. Now look, everybody at B knows, stop them from going C. El Twinkie has died here. It was a good effort. We got respawns coming up. They're still ticking on C right now. C is still ticking. So you got to wonder, do you spawn C? Or do you spawn B? He's spawning B. He's choosing to spawn B. He's probably on the B team by the looks of it. Obviously, I don't know what his goals are here or his job is here, but he's on the B team. He's just trying to do his job. He looking like he's on a bit of a point team. He's trying to do his job, or this is his job right now to peel B. C is still ticking though, and here's the thing: C is ticking while B is ticking as well. The people at B are doing a good job at keeping up that tick. So now look, so people in B pulling out. They're looking for a regroup. What's the respawns? Wonder what the respawns are. C is still ticking right now. So you gotta wonder, putting them on B, getting these guys on B is important, but what's the respawns? Are they gonna all commit to C? That's the thing. Right now, C is still kind of in the air. Where are their respawns going? That's what I'm wondering. TC right now is positioning. TC attack is positioning between C and B. Even on the war side camp, you can tell their positioning is there. Modern doing a great job at fending this off. It's only been 4 minutes, but notice how C has not lost all of its influence. This is what TC does best. TC does a great job at creating influence. Oh, this is a big clump. Oh no, that's not good. I mean, granted, that's fine. I mean, they'll live through it, but big clumps like that, you got to be careful. That shit hurts. But see, this is the thing about TC. They create pressure on a point, and they don't lose that influence. Yeah, like even if they're not ticking, they make sure it doesn't tick to 0. And that's very important because when they do get back into a position of power, it's slowly going up. Look at this C point. It has been at like 60% since the start. So they just called for a bit of a regroup. It looks like they're exiting the gate, and it looks like they're regrouping a tad. They're regrouping attack. The people in front of B. So this is what they're doing. They're going to try and apply pressure at B while C point ticks. They're going to but main focus C, and it looks like they're going to be trying to either put. Okay, see now they're splitting. They want A to be a bit of a pressure point possibly, or they're trying to pull people off of B so they can hard focus C. We'll see how it goes. C is still ticking, guys. We're 5 minutes in. C is ticking. C is still ticking. So some people did go and answer A by the looks of it. So L Twinkie is on a point team here. This is actually not bad for a shoutcasting perspective because he ain't dying a whole lot. He's doing his job. He doesn't, you don't want to necessarily leave the point. They are winning the C fight by the looks of it. But I think TC might have pulled the trigger a little too early. Maybe A didn't get there in time. They didn't put enough pressure for C to actually be worth it. It looks like TC's respawns just came out and they're going C. But it looks like there was only about 3 or 4 people. And now see, look, now you see that little bit of tick on A? That's important. So it looks like you want to try and create pressure on A side to where C side can get pressure as well. And right now, that's kind of the situation that it's in. TC is trying to get pressure on C and A. So it splits the Modern up. You see that? So now see, right now, see how even he's looking at it, they're like, what's going on A? What's going on A? Did they send a whole lot of people C? So right now, TC is trying to get that pressure to A so they can try and get C. We're 6 minutes in. Modern's doing a great job at defending, guys. Modern is doing a fantastic job at defending this. So far, no problems. TC is known for their point power, so we will see how this goes. No influence right now. Their respawns, TC's respawns are... That's useless TC player. He is known to be a caller here. Let's see what he goes in and does. He's a key player here. You want to be watching. Now, see, this is the thing. Attackers are overextending a bit. This isn't bad. Defenders, my bad. Defenders are overextending. Now, this is a call. This is a call from the defensive side. You want to stagger them so they don't get into a position of being able to regroup. So when you get staggered on offense, on attack, it's so hard to regroup. Now, see, here's a problem with defense, though. If you go all the way in and you lose that, then you pretty much give the attackers agency. You want to make sure they don't have the agency. They don't want the tempo. So right now we got 15 seconds respawns. The respawns are starting to get bigger. Once you get to about 20 to 15 minutes, you're going to be looking at a lot bigger respawns here. We got 5 seconds on the respawns. Let's see how it looks. So defenders are still doing a good job. They're pushing into the attackers. They're making it to where, hey, you cannot get to that point. You are not allowed to be at this point. And this is, honestly, it's looking good for Modern. This is looking good for Modern. Some of TC trying to draw pressure to the point because you got to get to that point to add the pressure. If you're not pressuring the point, then you're losing on attack. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. If you like getting pushed in right now, this is a horrible spot to be in on attack. You do not want to be in this spot. I would be wondering, where's the counter pressure A? Are you trying? TC looks scattered right now. In my opinion, it looks like they're a little scattered. It looks pretty scattered right now. Bit of a scatter fire. We're 8 minutes in. Dry lip. He's a good bruiser. And it looks like defense is still just doing their thing. They're just going to keep running into him. They're going to keep getting stagger kills. Right now, at least before the patch hits, you can just spawn right at that point. Getting a kill on attackers when you're on defense means so much more than getting a kill whenever you're an attacker and you're going into the defensive players. It means so much. You have to be way more coordinated. That's a good 3-man grab. Nothing much out of it. Not too much follow-up there. Could have iced possibly, but I think either way they're doing fine. So now TC's rotating. Look at A. A's ticking. A's at half. Now defenders are like, where's this coming from? Now TC, they want to put pressure on B. They want to put pressure at A. A is ticking. A is ticking fast. So A is ticking, but they're putting pressure on B. This is a classic TC play right here. This is classic. It's going to make it to where... Does everybody defend B? Because look at all these players at B. You have all these players at B, but A is ticking to full. TC coming out with the plays. We got 5 seconds on a respawn. You gotta wonder, what are they doing with these respawns here? Are they sending the respawns A, or are they staying? Are they sending them B? You don't want to lose B. You don't want to lose B. So they chose to send B, but B is ticking. A looks like it's stabilizing a little bit, but B is ticking hard. But the people from A, you got to think, the defenders who just defended A are going to be coming over B. Let's take a look. You see them trickling in? They're trickling in right now. TC has to be careful. They're ticking C point as well. No ticks on A point right now. They are ticking B and C. B and C is the play for TC right now. TC is putting a ton of pressure on B point. They cannot stand. They got C ticking a little bit. They got respawns come up. So now here's where TC's got to be careful. Respawns are coming up. So how do you play? Are you looking at the respawn points? Ooh, that's a good grab. That's a good grab. Kings is a great player. Yontif, Kings and Yontif. Dry Lips over there. Oh, this is a big clump for them. This is not good. Dry Lip got caught. He got caught in the ice. Ice is deadly. He might live through it. He doesn't have any other pressure aside from Twinkie on him. B is still ticking. It looks like defenders are slowly getting ahead of this. It looks like they're slow. The respawns came in, and it looks like they're getting ahead. But we'll see. We'll see. It looks like TC is choosing to just reinforce B. I'm not quite sure whenever the respawns are coming out. But it looks like TC is still reinforcing B. You got some tick pressure on A. We're at 19 minutes in the game. The respawns are probably at around 20 seconds. Whenever it gets to about 15, you're going to start noticing more. I'm a little surprised TC hasn't taken any points yet. We're at 11 minutes, and almost 11 minutes, and TC has not taken a point. But they got pressure going. A point is ticking. Look, they're making the full commit here. This guy is, dude, Twinkie is living in these guys. He's bouncing around, living in it. TC slowly getting wiped. Useless TC players on the point. Useless TC players on the point. He's got his boys behind him, and he is on the point. You got A and B ticking. They are prioritizing B and A right now. That was a good wall. This is why Ice Wall Great Axe is so good. He just got that wall and immediately was able to lead him. That is a real Dry Lip, great bruiser for TC. If he gets caught and dies, that's a pretty good pressure point to try and get off your back line. It looks like TC is focusing back for the point. Maybe looking at respawns here. A is ticking a little bit, and I think TC is back into a stagger. TC is back into a stagger. Right now, you wanting to regroup. You're wanting to wonder, what's the next move? You're wanting to wonder, what's next? What's next? TC committing to the B play, but they're getting wiped on the point. Look, they did that. It was they went in too fast. You have people coming out of the war camp. Their respawns weren't able to meet them before they chose to go in. So now you're in a weird position. Useless TC player bonking fucking noggins. Let's see. It looks like they're committing to this B play. They're committing. They are straight up committing here. Now, it looks like they're angling to go A. So TC right now, it looks like they're getting on that rotate side of B and A. I don't know if they're trying to make an A play or a C play, but it looks like B might be a bait. We'll see how it goes. You can see them coming from their tents. They are pushing out. They are going to B by the looks of it. TC looking a little scattered. Modern doing great. This is the thing. Modern are great players. They are picking their fights. It doesn't look like Modern necessarily is playing as a quote-unquote team, but that's what happens when you can rely on your players. They are super strong. They can pick these fights. They know when and where to be. Look at this clump, though. If I was TC, oh, yep, there it is. If I was TC, look at that back line. You have healers. You have all them. It's looking juicy. VSR, also known great bruiser. He's in on that back line. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for this guy. If you're not paying attention to him on your back line, he's gonna be there. You're gonna know. You're gonna have some healer on the call going, get this fucking guy off me. It's just how it is. Respawns are up now. We got what? We're at the 16-minute mark. No points have been capped. I'm actually surprised TC is committing to this B play, and I'm a little confused here. They just got a big wipe at B. Oh, TC is getting wiped hard at B, but they're getting A influence. You got to wonder what the respawn timers are. What's the respawns looking like? You got to wonder. A is ticking. It looks like TC is on a respawn. TC's on a respawn. It looks like they're trying to create an AC pressure. A is ticking pretty fast. They're looking at about 30-40%. It's ticking. It looks like it's kind of stopping. TC's creating an A and C split right now by the looks of it. I don't know what A is looking like, but it looks like the pressure on A is stopped. So if I was TC, you got to wonder, is this pressure on C going to be worth it? It looks like they're hard committing C. Is there any counter pressure A, though, to be followed for this hard commit? And it looks like they're pushing hard into him. L Twinkie is just on the just on defense B here. They're chilling. They're just watching. They're wondering what the next move is. This is a good position. If you're in defense and you have the time to judge where you want to go and where you want to be, that's actually you're sitting pretty right now. So TC trying to push into the fort side, trying to get pressure. They're trying to get pressure on Modern, but Modern's doing a good job of holding them back. And Modern hasn't full committed to the C play yet. They don't have to. They're letting it C before they full commit. They don't want to send all their guys to see if there's going to be counter pressure A. They got 15 minutes left on the clock. No point on TC. And to be honest, it's looking pretty good for Modern. TC getting C up to about 50%. It's looking good. For now, you got to wonder where the respawns are. And this is where I says, before this patch comes out, defenders are respawning on this point. We got a Graph coming out, got eaten by a Maelstrom possibly. We got Ice, Grav and Ice. Look at that. You see that Ice Grav combo? Look, yeah, I see 3-4 Ice Walls on that point. It's deadly. The Ice Wall Great Axe is fucking deadly. You got to be careful with it. It's insane how easy it is to clear a point with that. It's almost disgusting, quite frankly. I threw up a little bit in my mouth seeing that, and I throw up every time I have to witness it. But it's how it goes. TC piling in here. You got a little pressure on A, a little pressure on C. L Twinkie, now he is on the B team, so they still have their B team, by the looks of it, committed here. Twinkie's smacking people, getting eaten up right here on the bonfire. TC is not, he is getting eaten up. It is not looking too hot for TC right now. They got A pressure. A pressure almost at 50% for TC. Modern is making the call. Modern's making the call to get to A. Now this is TC. TC chose. Oh, there's VSR. You got to be careful. Now here's the thing. TC chose. They want to pressure B and A. You want to keep them. You want to keep your enemy guessing. Do they full commit? Do you want to lose B? Do you want to lose A? I think the thing is TC wants to try and prevent as much people to get to A as possible by pressuring B at the same time. Whew, this guy Twinkie's getting a little eaten up right now by Bloom. Or Bloom likes soup. Blown like soup. A pressure got to about 60%. It's looking like it's dying. And I got to say, I'm surprised TC has not got any points yet. I got to say, Modern showing a really great showing here. Modern's showing a great showing here. We got A point, 70%. You see some ticking at C right now. TC has some ticking at C and a little ticking at A, but it looks like it just stopped. You got to wonder what the next move is. Is the next move try and split A and C? Are they full committing to A? I feel like TC's doing what they just did at C point, but on A point this time. You got to wonder. You got to start winning these fights. You got to be careful about these ice and the grabs on the point. It's how it works. B team getting the opportunity from L Twinkie here to just kind of sit there and see and pick his battles. Not having to worry too much about what's going on at A. They're not too concerned. They got 13 minutes left on the clock. They can see TC is full committing to A right now. B team chilling. They do not really care too much. No one's on C. They don't need to be. There's no pressure C. You're looking at A's about 70%. TC and Modern right now, by not sending their B team, is banking on winning this fight. Modern. So now they're starting to get a little stressed. You're sending the B team over to A right now. Okay, now you're looking at about 80% on A. You're sending the B team. Wins the respawns. You got to look at the point. It looks like TC might be taking this point, but Modern's trying to get on the point. They got to fight. Or TC, you got to fight around the point, and Modern just died. Now you got to sack the point. You got to go all in on the point right now if you're TC. You got to go all in. But look at that big wipe from Modern. Modern just got a huge wipe. They just got a huge wipe right there. You got to wonder what's going on. You got a lot of enemies on there. You got to look at back of the point. Look at that front of the point for TC, and it looks like TC just took a point. Let me get this respawn out. We'll be able to see. Hopefully, L Twinkie gets to respawn some point in time. And TC took A, and they have counter pressure on C. So right now, the main Zerg from TC is going to be going B, and there's some counter pressure on C. So you have to think of what group is answering this C push while B is coming in hot. You're gonna have this huge rush coming in from A right now. No pressure on C. It looks like TC is coming right into this B point from the A side, and it looks like they have a lot of people focusing fourth side, and they have some people on the war camp side, and they're doing a classic pincer. It is looking. Oh, that's a good kill. That's a good kill for Twinkie here. Great kill. TC's trying to find some pressure on this point. Respawns are getting longer. TC player on the point right now. TC player is on the point. Let's see what it moves. It looks like they're getting Modern, a lot of Modern on the point. TC kind of has Modern scattered. C point is getting pressure, and there's a lot of pressure at B point right now. People trickling in from the previous A point rally point. Wall misses. We'll see how it goes. Dry lip right here on the clump, right here on the point. Getting hit from behind. There's no wall to follow up on that grab wall. You can notice a big change here. C point ticking. It looks like it's getting to about 50%, but a lot of Modern has to answer this B play. Here in a second, if there's some big TC wipes, Modern's going to have the agency to be answering the C side. C is looking at it's about 40%. Yes, 2 points is, I just see that. 2 points is easier to defend than 3, 100%. This is that's almost a big kill from Maelstrom. Ooh, TC going hard on this backline right here. You got Maelstrom on him. C point, no pressure. 10 minutes left. TC player going in for the reap. Good grab. TC player's looking at El Twinkie here. Big heal. El Twinkie just got to full health. Somebody nerfed that shit. They are focusing El Twinkie. Useless TC player. Looks like they're going bonfire side. There's no pressure right now. They got a point, but you know this could be the oh, that's a good wall. That's a really good wall. If that can be followed up, that's a great ice wall. But TC player has too many people back here in that back line. Twinkie trying to get out, using everything he can to get out of this. Regen, cleansing pot, and he's out. He might be out of this shit. Oh no, with the bonk. Oh, VSR going in for the kill. And Twinkie got a heal. He's looking good. He's looking good. This is a classic 2-point hold. This could be a classic 2-point hold. That's a good Maelstrom there. And it looks like it's a big clump fight right here. Some Modern getting wiped. You got 25 seconds on the respawn. 20 seconds. What can TC do with some of the kills they got? They're about to spawn on this point. Are you getting counter pressure at C? Are you looking to hard commit B? Your rally point is A. How do you use that to your advantage? You got 10 seconds on the respawns. Des Roses gets melted in the ice wall. Ice wall's completely busted. Can we please get a nerf on this shit? Ice wall is out of its mind. We got respawns coming up now. So Modern is in a great position. TC doesn't have influence on any points, and the respawns just came up. However, if TC is focused in these respawns and has people in position, you can kill them fast and put them on a 50-second respawn. It's not hard to do. Well, it's hard to execute, but it sucks to be put on that respawn. As soon as you spawn and die, that's rough. You got 8 minutes left. No agency on any of these other points here. You're looking, it looks like TC's trying to do a little group on the war camps or on the war camp side, but I'll be wondering what's happening in fourth side. If I was Modern, I'd be wondering what's happening in fourth side. It looks like the position in C. This is a good ice storm here. I will admit, good ice storm. This could be a death for El Twinkie here. Yep, unfortunately, you can get melted just like that. It's just that easy. In this game, dude, you're 100% health, you get fucking melted, dude. It's how it happens. Huh? I don't need no water, dude. This is how I fucking roll. We got TC at 10% on C by the looks of it. They got a couple people pressuring B. They're coming in from the rally point. I see some big grabs going out. Not much follow-up, though. You can get a grab, but you need the follow-up with it. They got TC players in the back line right now. Modern clumping huge here. This is a huge clump from Modern. TC trying to see that. Modern try to get out of there. They're trying to get out of that clump. That was a bad situation. Luckily, a lot of them did survive. TC trying to pressure from all angles. It looks a bit scattered. It looks a bit scattered from TC, but you see these people on Bonfire side. You see these people on War Camp side. This is a lot of pressure for defense to be in. However, you only have 7 minutes left. You have to wonder, when is the win condition? Is winning possible? This could be a classic 2-point hold. If you're on this 2-point hold, it sucks. If you're as an attacker, it sucks to be on this 2-point hold, because the thing is, it's so easy to defend 2 points. Toto just got his grab eaten, just like that. To be on this 2-point hold, it really sucks. You do not like to see it. You absolutely do not like to see it. Decent, not a juicy grab. I'd be careful pushing in right here. If I was Modern, I would not be pushing in. You want to get kills, but if you push in too much and you die, oh man, it could look bad, because what's the respawns? Oh, 10 seconds. That's not that bad. You got a 10-second respawn. Any kills that TC gets right now, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. We got respawns coming up now. It looks like a decent amount of Modern's chunk. It looks like C is having some ticking. C has some tick on it. We'll see what happens whenever we get off from this long ass Skyrim loading screen that we have here. It's take. Who knows what's going on? Shot calling the loading screen. All right, we have C point at about 20%, and Modern gets a wipe on a couple guys as soon as El Twinkie comes up. That's another guy down. You got to be wondering how much more men can TC afford to lose here. They got to win a clump fight. They got to win a clump fight here. They're getting a couple Modern down, and with the respawns just coming up, this is kind of important. If TC can have a good push here, they're getting a lot of heals. Modern healers really coming up. Oh, man, this is not looking good. You have TC in your backline. TC is in your backline. 5 minutes left. Look at them all. You have Dry Lip. You have Ape. You have VSR. They are all in that backline. But look, 5 seconds on the respawn, and this is not the updated patch. They're going to spawn right on the points. Are TC looking for the respawns? Now, when he spawns, you got to wonder, are they looking for the respawns? A little bit, but you were able to have you're able to have a little bit of agency here. You were able to get out. Let's look. They're getting ticking on B. TC needs to get kills now. They have to do it now. If they want a shot at winning this, they need it now. El Twinkie looking rough. They're focusing heavy on this fourth side, but they're clumping themselves. They got in a huge clump right there. Modern able to wipe them. 5 minutes. Another sick grab from Modern on the Modern side. Able to follow it up with another grab. Onyx trying to figure out how to get out of here. Cannot get out. Another follow-up grab. Shin going in, but where's your healers? They're nowhere because your team just got wiped. Maelstrom and Shin going down. Chloe Burbank wants in a little more. This is where it comes interesting. Do you continue to go in that way? You want to create pressure, but a lot of your team just died. With the way respawns work, if Chloe dies right here, it's, and they get out. Chloe's a good player. We have now TC's ticking C. It's at about 25, maybe 30%. What's the respawn timers? It looks like TC's coming out of the war camp. VSR trying to create pressure on this war camp side. El Twinkie just got bursted out of nowhere. It looks like a fireball coming out of nowhere. It is looking rough. We got 20 seconds on the respawn. 20 seconds on respawn, guys. TC making pressure to that point. But here's the thing. TC is pressuring B point. They know that they just got a good wipe. They have about 12 seconds. They got to start making plays if they don't get a point soon. Any chance of winning, and they're already looking at almost impossible to win right now. Honestly, you only have 4 minutes left. You got respawns coming up. Now, if he spawns and there's no pressure on the respawns, I don't know what the reality of winning this game is. You have to wipe everybody on the respawns right now. Respawns just came up. B is at almost 50%, and that's a big kill right there. Super clean kill from him. We're gonna have a wall on the point, man. And with the respawns, TC getting wiped, not able to get those respawn kills that they need so desperately right now. It is just looking grim. It is looking grim for TC. Big wipes. You gotta wonder, the respawns are coming in fucking war camp, and maybe the rally point half a century away, but Modern doing a great job. That Gravo into the fucking oblivion, and look at that ice wall. Oh my god, 4 or 5 people caught by the ice wall, died immediately. Not looking good. Not looking good for TC. Shin gets wiped. We have Boris over here. It looks like TC is looking a little out of breath here. They got the wind knocked out of them. They are wondering what is the move now. Unfortunately, if you are in these comms, the move is to take this fat, stinky L. And that's okay though, because you always learn through playing. There's always so much more to learn. However, let's not sleep on the fact that we all know attacking is a pain in the ass, but Modern came out in force. TC last attack was able to get 2 points, and they were doing a solid job at it. This war, it's looking like they are only going to be getting 1 unless they do a big push here, and they spill blood, they do it for the team, they try and get 2 points. That's a good grab there. Where's the follow-up? It's there. They got a couple kills on Modern, but look, Modern's pushing into them on the bonfire side. They're not letting them get that pressure on that point. You see Pestilent Bloat go. He is one of the best healers. He having to get out of there, use his rapier to get out. A lot of TC not able to get any real pressure on this point. It is looking rough. It is looking rough from TC. We have respawns in 5 seconds, and guys, it's looking a bit like a wrap. That patch tomorrow is definitely going to be a big thing for us. For all New World players, it's going to be a big thing. This type of stuff won't be as easy to do. I'm not discrediting any of Modern's play. They have great players, and they're doing a great job. But the reality of the situation is, even if you're facing a great team, sorry, even if you're facing a great team, it is really hard for attack right now. It is really hard for attack. It looks like TC trying to get on this fort side, create a clump fight, and a lot of Modern's actually dying right here. But so is TC. It's looking big. It's about to get scattered. Uses TC player swinging around helicopter dick on B point. And it looks like El Twinkie might be getting roasted here. No, he's got heals. Look at all these sacred grounds on the ground. You don't know which one's yours because Amazon, you don't know. You just don't know. Is that yours? Is that the enemy's? Who fucking knows? It's a guessing game. We have 50 seconds left in this. It is not looking good for TC. TC is not going to be able to take these points. It was a valiant effort. There was a lot of good counter pressure going on. I think if they were able to get a little bit more agency in the first 10 minutes of the side points, it would have helped whatever they did on the A side, and it paid out in dividends. They did a good job. I don't think that this is necessarily 100% of a strat problem. Unfortunately, it is a bit of the defensive strength, but also Modern coming out in a great job. Great show of force. Modern coming out. They did a fantastic job at defending this territory. Great war. Modern, obviously top dogs for a reason, defends this, looking 100% solid, looking good, and I think that's a wrap. Maybe El Twinkie can give us these scoreboards so we can take a look, give some praises. Johnny, Panora, Vala, Jabba, Vinny on the top 5 over there. We got Spray Machine, good bow player, Enac, Terrible King, Zeb, all over there on the TC side. Great war. TC, like I said, a little bit more agency in the early game would have been nice. It's looking solid. Modern coming out, doing a fantastic job here. They did a fantastic job at defending. TC, valiant effort. They put in a lot of work there. They did their job. You gotta, with wars like that, you gotta take with stride. You're not always gonna be able to get 2-3 points. You're not always gonna be able to get to the fort. I do think more people had more hopes in that TC was going to be able to perform a little bit more tonight. However, it happens. Not every war is going to be one of your best wars. So it is what it is. Great, fantastic showing from Modern. So GG's all around. GG's in the chat. GG's in the global. Nothing but respect for these players that are putting in their all here. And let's be honest, a lot of us are dealing with desync issues.